All right, good afternoon, everyone. It's lunchtime. I got some Genshin, and yes, I'm back again. So, what happened on Friday? So, first of all, I more than likely wasn't going to stream yesterday anyway. Typically, for Memorial Day and stuff, a friend of ours actually hosts a barbecue and things like that. But I guess he wasn't doing it this year. Sometimes he has done it last minute, where he posts on Facebook being like, "Hey, barbecue at my place," blah blah blah. Um, and when we do the barbecues, I tend to do either a side dish or dessert, and I wanted to make sure I had time to actually do that. So I probably wasn't going to stream yesterday anyway, but Friday was a different story. I want to double check. It says I need to farm justice today. Was that for? It's either for. I know it's technically for Farina, but is it for you or do you have order? Your order. Okay. So we're doing justice for Farina. Give you that. Alright, now let's start doing the artifact route, and yeah, I'll talk about what happened Friday. So going into Friday, so Thursday night, I suffered a really bad acid reflux episode. To the point where it just wasn't stopping. It didn't matter what I did to try to treat it, it just wasn't stopping. So it resulted in me not sleeping. I didn't actually get any sleep until I want to say it was like 9:30 is when I laid back down. And I had my phone with me. I had my phone for my alarm to be like, yeah, get up, go ahead and stream. But I was so tired. Like, you wouldn't believe how exhausted I was just because I literally hadn't slept. So I turned off my alarm when it went off, went back to sleep. And I can confirm I did hear my text alert because I was like, I'm not really sure if that's what I heard. But like a few minutes later, the phone rang and it was my husband checking in on me because he saw that I wasn't on stream and he wanted to make sure I was awake. So when I told him what happened, I don't know if he heard it in my voice or not, but I could definitely feel it and hear it to myself, how bad my voice was because of how bad the attack was. So I'm like, yeah, no, I need sleep. And he was like, do you need anything? And I went, milk and Tums. So unfortunately, when it happened, we only had, I'm not even joking, one Tum in the container. And that did nothing. So I was like, yeah, Tums. He was surprised I said milk because he had just bought some milk. But between both of us using it in our coffee and me going ham because of the attack, the acid reflux attack, and and plus we actually do enjoy cold glasses of milk, so yeah, like it was gonna go fast. So he went, okay. And he goes, what was for dinner? And the only thing I had planned was a frozen pizza because I was thawing something out. So in this method of cooking for me had actually proved to be pretty good. It's like, okay, I take something down so we have something quick prepped. So things like, say, kielbasa, frozen pizza, or something like that. Something that's quick and easy and can be done from frozen. And then the following day, we cook the thing that thawed out. And then the next day, I take something else down to thaw. And then the cycle repeats. And it worked really well. Kudos to my husband basically going, I'll bring something home because the pizza we have, and yes, that's still in the freezer, is a red sauced pizza, which would have triggered the acid reflux or made it worse. Where'd my chicken? Okay. Shush. So he comes home, and I take the Tums immediately and grab a glass of milk. And I go, what'd you get for dinner? And he goes, redemption. And he bought a frozen lasagna, a veggie lasagna. So that has a white sauce, not a red sauce. This was not going to harm my acid reflux in any way, shape, or form. So, yay! And I love Stouffer's veggie lasagna, actually. It's one of my favorite frozen meals. My problem is that it's expensive as all heck. for what it is. I mean, it's frozen food. Like, let's be real. Why are you not dead? Die. What the heck? You had no health. What the hell was that? So yeah, that's what we had. But I got a question for y'all. And I could Google this to see if it is phased out, but it's one of those things of it could just be my area, maybe. But I haven't seen this in years. So the Stouffer's lasagna, if memory serves, had 3 different sizes. You could get the single serving size, which I know still exists. And then there's the really big party size, which still exists, which is the one that my husband bought. Which honestly, expensive as heck, yes, but technically worth its salt because we get like 3 to 4 days meals out of it. So, you can argue that it's, worth the money. But then there used to be a quote unquote family size. So it was obviously it's just slightly smaller than the party size, but meant to feed multiple people. And that was the one we used to pick up all the time because it would easily feed the 2 of us and we get like a day or so's leftovers. I have not seen that in years. And I'm like, why would you not do that size? Because it's the size that makes the most sense to me. I mean, the thing that it could be said about that with the enchiladas too, but I don't remember the in-betweeny enchilada one. Heck, I actually don't know about like a single serving enchilada. I'm sure that one's there. I just haven't seen it. If it's not, that's wacky. That's just wacky. Hi, honey. How you doing? No. Okay. I need to. Did I? Yes, I did. I did. I'm gonna check to see after the artifact route. Um, how many drops I have for the whale for Farina? I think I only have 1. But if I have 2, I might use the transient a little bit on the justice if necessary. But I think I do need Mora. And I'll show you guys what I was up to on the days I wasn't streaming. Because I did do some upgrading and stuff like that. Honestly, the characters that we've been working on look like they're pretty solid, I gotta say. For what I have on me, they're pretty freaking solid. Patching walls so busy. How are you doing today? I'm doing all right. I actually slept. There was at one point I did wake up because I was thirsty, and I apparently had overheated. I didn't realize it until I sat in the living room. So, but yeah, I'm doing all right.
Strike a pose.
Another go. You're free now. Not too far now.
Hard hitting exclusive. Hold that pose. Ha! Open fire. Bullseye.
How freaking dare you? What is it with that spot? This is where he spawned, right? This is where he spawned. I hit him. He staggered back 1, moved forward, and he healed. What the hell is that? The more I play this game, the more I realize it's broken in places. This doesn't make any sense. It reminds me of, was it 11 that felt like that? 14 did too, but I want to say it was 11. Like, it felt like they were doing stuff behind the scenes while you were playing. So something always felt off, and then something like would happen. You're like, that's never happened, ever.
Let's fly.
Yeehaw.
Chia!
We got the banners tomorrow because they'll be updating later tonight. We don't have too many wishes to start with. I did all of the Fontaine event. So I got all the primos from that, and I did everything but the PvP of the other one. Because I am not going to rip my hair out because the freaking AI is fucking stupid. The amount of times in just the PvE stuff where it's like, okay, this is fine, and they path so that they run into the freaking bomb is stupid. Like, why? The other path was clear. Why are you just running around the bomb? And the fact that it happened more than once was enough for me to go, no. Absolutely not. And you can't just outright retry, like just keep retrying on the PvP. It's just a loss for you, and you don't even get like a minuscule point for what you did do. It's just nothing. You have to win. So again, because of the RNG of the AI, I'm just not gonna do it. Will I lose out on some primos? Absolutely. Like, I think I won once here, so I'm only missing 60
Too far.
versus my main where I was just going, no, I ain't doing that. So that's 100 primos missing. And whereas it's like, man, it's 100 primos. It's kind of a lot. It's also, when you look at it, not a fucking wish. So it doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. If I managed to do all that stuff, I will, like I said, I'll show you guys the progress on Chevy and Janssen. Stop climbing on everything. Jeez. You know, maybe that's one of the reasons I'm like gravitating towards Star Rail more. You can't jump and they can't climb. They run in a straight line and that's it. Grab. But not much else has been going on. No new art stuff from me right now. The last thing I did was the Derpy Cathans, which I wanted to play around with and wanted to see if I could make a PNG tuber out of it, just for something silly and fun. And I was just like, okay, I know there's 2 programs that people use for it. For that life of me, I couldn't remember what the second one was called. So, you know, good old Google, did my search, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's it. Because that one, literally, the easiest one to use. All you do is basically upload the 2 images you want to, like, interact with each other. And then I believe you have to adjust the voice recognition or something like that. It's very, very simple from the looks of it. I downloaded it, and then Windows Defender flagged it. And I'm like, well, that's strange. So, but immediately seeing that your antivirus goes it bad, you go, okay, you don't risk it for the biscuit. You just let it be. So deleted it, whatever. But I decided to Google. Huh? How did I go to the? All right, hang on. Am I stupid? I'm stupid. Three telepoints later. So yeah, you don't risk it. You let it be and whatnot. And I was just like, okay, where's PNG Tuber Plus? And you can get that through Steam, similar to Vroid Studio. So I was like, all right, it's free, it's through Steam. I'll go and do that. I need to watch a freaking tutorial because I can't figure out how to do anything in it. So
Locked on. Open fire.
The wrong test subject.
So later this week, I'll sit down with it and watch a couple tutorials and stuff like that. But I did Google the other program flagging Windows Defender, and apparently it's in their fact too that Windows Defender sometimes will actually flag it. And as long as you're not downloading it from a third-party source, according to them, it should be fine and risk-free.
Take me up.
But I beg the question, why is it getting flagged? Because believe me, I would rather use the more simple program, especially because it's literally just layering the two pictures together from my basic understanding and being able to have it do voice recognition so that when I talk, Kethin's mouth will open. So it's like, there isn't much to it, and there's a reason why people do the PNG tubers as opposed to a VTuber. Because it's easy enough to make themselves. So I kind of want to do some research into that, because if I can actually believe that it's fine,
Take me up.
then that's what I would like to use, because why should I make it harder on myself, right? Alright, after I finish this out, I'm going to take a quick BRB to the restroom. And then we'll go over what I've been doing on the account. And it looks like we are done. Alright. Like I said, I'm just going to take a quick BRB to the restroom. So I will be right Okay, and back. Checking volume, all good. Okay, so let's start with Chevy. So she's still 80 of 80. We're working on getting her crystals. She's halfway there. I opted to fight the Pyro Cube because the only characters that can use the Regisfine right now um, it would be a D-Luke if I lose a 50-50 or get him on standard, and Amber. Which, I'm not opposed to leveling Amber at some point, but she's definitely way down on the list. So what else gives me pyro crystals like automatically? And that was the pyro cube. I was going to try to do the bishop for Yanfei, but I'm gonna take a wild guess. His crystals are dependent on the element he is when you fight him. So if he's pyro, then I would get the pyro crystals. That's my guess. I actually hadn't paid attention, but yeah, he can drop all of them. I'll give the Abyss another try today when I get home. Well, there we go. There's the confirmation that Forrest is going to attempt the Abyss, which is why I've been putting in so much effort for this, because we are sitting at 35 stars out of 36. If he can get it, this will be the first 36 star the account has ever done. And we actually recently watched a streamer help someone's account and basically just fixing it up a little bit and actually get their 31st 36 star. And the craziest part about it was it didn't take a heck of a lot of fragile resin that they had. So I'm not going to say too much more about it because they are turning it into a YouTube video and everything like that. And once that YouTube video goes live, I will probably share it with you all, because watching that transformation was night and day and absolutely incredible. But it's what made me realize that my account is capable of doing this. This account can do it. I was just missing certain pieces of the puzzle. And for me, yes, part of that piece missing is a skill issue of mine. Because I'm going to recap this here. My main account, I didn't 36 star the Abyss on my own until October of last year. The account itself was 36 starring well before it, but my husband was doing that. So there was a complete skill issue when I was trying to do it. And what made me go, well, how can I spruce up my account a little bit? Because now the Abyss is getting harder. Because around the time, I believe it was June? Yeah, I think it was June of last year. I'm going to try to make like a video about this, talking about it more in depth. But I was like, oh, my account can't 36 star anymore. What happened? Well, the HP happened on the enemies. So I was like, well, what can I do? And I went through the process of just getting straight up materials from the ley lines to what else can I do for that's something that's not RNG, like an artifact, and that's the weapons. And then I realized, oh crap, I need weapon XP. So there was a lot of hiccups doing that. But like the moment I did that, my account started to 36 star again with 0 issues. And what was labeled at the time the hardest Abyss, I 36 starred myself, which made me feel really good, by the way. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. So her artifacts are okay. We could actually level, like, this should go up to 20. It's not the greatest artifact in the world. Yeah, I might as well just do it this way. Oops, wrong button. But she wants HP, so all her HP stuff really should be, Stop hitting triangle. I mean, if she has a fab, that's fine. She doesn't, but... healing bonus... Does have HP on it. Maybe we'll get lucky. But as you can see, I spent a lot of Mora. ER. I'll take ER. ER is fine. HP percent. Lovely. That everything? That is... Why do you have an attack stance? I mean, your subs are all good, but why do you have an attack stance? Take this from Mika. Because I think we're gonna need Baiju, so... Oh no! I need fodder. That's really strange. Do I have anything I can just chuck into it? Probably. Why isn't this on anybody? That's really not terrible. Why is that not on anybody? This is garbage. We'll hopefully see if we can get a, There we go. Mother... I'm okay. Caved and paid the 30, but got the spear this morning. Nice, nice. So 30 was enough for you to get her weapon. Oh, why did I go all the way back down here? They're unlocked. Yeah, blam, 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 blam. X button. I mean, I'll take the flat HP. Okay. Seriously, why did you have this? It's a really good attack stance, too. To the point where I'm going, who hell can use this as an offset? But there's our Chev. She's at 37,000, or 38,000, more so or less, hit points. Her ER, I feel, is low. But again, I've never used Chev, so Forrest would have to be the one to tell me. And we can try to move stuff around with that. And then we have Eonson. Oh, and I believe, I can't remember if this was done already on Chev prior, but we have a 8 on our talents. We have 16 books we can make, so we can actually level 9 her skill when she ascends. And we have more than enough of these to actually do crowning at some point. So, all good. And then Eonson, and this is where a chunk of the Mora went yesterday. I did level this to 9, or these 2 things to 9. So she is pretty much all set. Because I only have 15 of these. So she is pretty much all set for that. She is now on Cinder City for the Overload team. And I tried leveling quite a few things. I feel her crit rate's a little low for having Fav, but honestly, there's not much I can do about that. Like, she has this because it has 10 crit rate in it. Otherwise, I would want her to give her this for the ER. But from what I've read, she only needs around like 140 to 160, 180, around there if she is paired with another Electro, which she is because she's with Beresa. So that's not going to be a bad thing. We got this piece here, rolled all right. This one has a nice attack boost in it with nice ER. This is the off piece I stole from Beto because I had 21% attack. And this unfortunately was the only onset goblet I had. But it rolled mostly into ER, so I can't be too upset. So our Eonson is just under the 2,500 mark for attack. She's at 171 ER, and she's at 55, so she's got a, 50% chance to crit, to proc the Fav. I can't complain too much, because she's not wearing, like, all crit rate stuff, so. But she should be good to go. So the Overload team should be fine. And then I believe Forrest is probably going to use that wacky Hyper Bloom team. Which is why I didn't take Baiju's Sans, because Baiju also had an HP Sans. Because we're going to need Baiju. Which makes me happy. I love Baiju. But as you can see, we need Mora. I'm going to check Farina. Okay, we can actually upgrade one of her things. And personally, I kind of want to do the Fanfare over the skill. But we will see. I'll make that decision when I come to it. As you can see, we have 300k. So if I do recall, I did remember to go into my teapot and grab the resin. Yes. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to use our resin that we have right now. I'm going to go condense it. And we're gonna farm Justice for Farina, and then we're gonna pop the Fragiles, or the transient. And we're going to do some more ley lines. And tomorrow we have Conflict, which I believe is Veresa, so I do want to be able to make sure we have enough of her books so that we can crown her when the time comes. And then after that, I think we have to maybe do the 80 resin for character stuff, and then the rest of it goes to like the ley lines instead. That way I'm still farming stuff for Chev to get her final ascension. So yeah, as long as I'm still doing that to actually get her some stuff. But this is also something to take into consideration too. I will be starting to pull on the Chronicle Wish, so I can actually get Stardust to get the dust to do the exchange. So I might not have to farm the cube. And the new combat event started. We'll see how bad that goes. Oh, we got that stuff done too. Bloop, bloop. Justice and fruit pies. Here we go. Let me turn on my fan. And since it's been over a year, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Has it been over a year? It has to have been. It has to have been, because I started playing this account when the Chronicle Wish was going to start. So I think it's been well over a year since I rolled on the Chronicle Wish. So I don't think our pity is going to show up. So I have no idea if I just stopped rolling after getting Eula, or if I did a couple more in an attempt to get an early Klee.
Time to shine. Shower me with
Tell me what you see. Be free.
truth bomb. Say T. Take me up. Locked on. Locked on. Meow.
So we'll have to see about that one.
Let my name echo in song.
Time to say hello. Farewell.
Hold that pose. Hard hitting it. Locked on.
do know I'm crossing my fingers for Malvika to run soon-ish, but not at the same time as like, or just like, if she is in the next patch, that she doesn't fall with Skirk, that she's like on the patch after. That way, like I can skip the first half and save Primos to actually have stuff for Malvika. That would be the dream.
Let the world come alive!
Go! You're free now!
Smile! Shoot! Bomb! Let's run! Locked on!
Okay, honey, I'll see you when you get home.
Locked on!
So yeah, we're just gonna be finishing up the ley lines after we do this, and then I'm gonna flip onto my main. We're still farming, trying to pre-farm stuff for Skirk. Again, I haven't seen really much concrete of what she's supposed to have, but thankfully, what I am farming right now, I can use on like Eonson or something,
Time to say hello.
so it's not a total wash.
Hard hitting it. Ha! Locked on. Open fire.
I did do my weekly bosses on both accounts yesterday. Not too much to discuss on that. I mean, the dragon and the knave actually helped this account just because it dropped pyro crystals, so that was a plus. All right, blam. We got like the other crystal flies. So now we gotta go to Natlan when we want Mora. Is that Mora under the fishing spot? Yes, it is. Navigate. There you go. Navigate. Oh, I'm lagging. Hang on. I didn't hiccup with the symbol. Surprising.
Strike a pose.
Tell me what you see. Not too far now.
Breaking news. Hold that pose. Let's run. Locked on. Bowser. Bowser. Locked on. Locked on.
Give me them teeths. Alright, it's not gonna be much. I know this.
Take me up.
But we gotta get some stuff, right? There's no way around it.
Go! You're free now! Farewell!
Hard hitting exclusive. Ha! Locked on.
Come on! Show me your courage!
Bowser.
Ow!
Open fire.
Fireballs at me. Alright, one more. One more. Just around the corner, maybe? Or is it up? I think it's just around the corner. Yeah. Grab.
Let's hope you play. Time to say hello. He's free.
Breaking news. Take me up.
Let's finish this
Bowser.
next time.
Show me your move. Bowser.
plethora of spoils, though. A plethora. Alright. So now we're back to what, 400k? 500k, that's cool. And we can't do the same tomorrow. I do have 21 fragiles, so if I really get desperate for money, I can pop them. Alright, let me check my battle pass really quick. Do I have the cook? Okay, I need to forge and I need to cook. So we'll go and do that at Mondstadt really quick. Actually, let's do this first. I don't think I have much in the way of seeds, so it's not really a huge deal if I don't pick them up. I really should walk around and grab some stuff with the box. Honestly, come to think of it, I should double check my achievements. I won't do it right now. But double check the achievements of what I've got. And I have no notable seeds here. Okay. Mondstadt. Because Mondstadt's the easiest place to have a stove. Do I have anything to make like attack food? Not really. Okay. Okay, we got crit right here. I kind of want crit damage, but I don't think there's any like low-level ones that do that. That's a cute drink. Alright. I don't have much in the way of ingredients, so I'm not gonna be picky. We know we got fowl. So let's auto cook the 20 sweet madames.
Yep.
Let's go put the stuff on the forge. I don't think I had anything on the forge. And this one will be completed tomorrow. I did not. Alright. 39, not bad. Tomorrow we might hit 40 for another wish. But we do have one single standard pull here. I want to say no to 4-star. Yeah. I mean, we could potentially hit an early 4-star. We ignore this. You're a bastard. Nah, it's a blue. Alright. I will be right back on the main. Hang tight. I am just clicking all the things and nothing's happening. Guess I'm clicking the wrong things. Benny boy, Benny boy. Right. Actually, let's do
Adventure
our
time.
expedition first.
Ad Astra Abbott.
Lamb, lamb. And away we go. And maybe what I will do is do the 2 bosses and then do some artifacts. I gotta make sure I keep doing the artifacts. Still on the hunt for the, either the Sands or the Goblet for St. Joe. For his, Noblesse set. Yeah, maybe I will do that. We still have plenty of time before she comes out, so... You good? You good, PlayStation? Yay, rocks! Now the good news is, I actually have quite a bit of relic weapon XP. Because I haven't gotten too many weapons, but we're at that point where I'm starting to actually choose to get the weapon alongside the character for the most part. Or at least attempt to. Trying to actually, like, the only other weapon I know of that I would get that I don't have, but I have the character. Like, I do want to get Farina's at some point, just because I love the look of it. But, I know my party setup would have to change. Like, I would have to have Kazuha hold the Fav. Could I have Shalona do it? I could, but I have Shalona's signature, so... I would rather keep her with that. But I mean, all that would mean is that I would have to upgrade Kazuha, and I'm not opposed to doing that. But I want to get Foliar. Not just specifically for Alhaitham, but Foliar is definitely a good weapon to have.
Trend fixed. A little move. Going in. Huh? Show no mercy. Get to work. Seat lolling. Eat papa.
Blam, 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 blam. But even though I do have Chiori's weapon I can throw onto her, I do want to attempt to get Skirks. But that's all going to depend on how many wishes I can farm. Yes, we know, Granny. You're always tired when you climb that wall. But I do want to get Skirks. If I do try for Malvika, I would like to get Malvika's sword, because that's not really true. I do have the Wolf's Gravestone on this account, so I'm not without a 5-star weapon if I got Malvika, but clearly her signature is best for her. So I wouldn't mind doing that. But if you got Arlie, or Malvika, you'd stop using Arlie. Actually, I wouldn't. Yes, I would build Malvika, and she would literally just be there in case I can't do something with Arlecchino. Now, I will say, if the second account, 36 stars this abyss, I'll still roll on the Chronicle Wish like I said I was going to, because the account does need some 5-star weapons. That's not a goddamn Amos bow. Or bow in general. I'm not even joking. If I lose 50-50 to the Thundering Pulse, I will just drop that account for a very, very long time. Because it does not need a bow. Yes, it would give another crit damage bow, so I could put, like... I mean, it's a stat stick either way on Chaska, so I could put Thundering Pulse on Chaska and give First Great Magic to Tighnari, because he could actually make use of part of the passive. But it's like... There are other characters on the account that need a weapon. But what I was going to say was I was still planning on taking a break from that account. Unless it's story related.
Laid bare.
Everybody stand back! Show no mercy! Not you two! Time to end!
Got the zippies. Okay, didn't grab this one. But honestly, like, once, we're almost caught up to the story on the alt to where my main is, because the only thing my main hasn't done thus far outside of, you know, the side stuff, is the recent one for Mondstadt. And the only reason I'm holding on to that is because I want the patch in for Venti. At the very least, I want Venti's voice there. So I could start streaming story stuff with my main. But the other reason that's good to have both things, especially if I want to share the story with you guys, is that I go through on my main first, find out how bad it is in English, and then flip it to Japanese for you all. Hopefully we won't have that problem too much longer.
Take me up!
Up where? You didn't jump!
Incoming!
Oh, where am I going? My mind completely blanked when the map opened. I'm like, which one did I just go to? Even though I knew I was in the little village. My brain just didn't trigger. You're in the village, go to the little one, not the statue. Am I okay? I have no idea.
Overruled. I'm going in. Huh? Fulfill our pact. Get to work. Eat Laline. Eat Papa.
I also did try a little bit of a variant on Arlecchino's build since I am running her with a melt team right now. I did try to throw an EM Sands on her because I do have one on set. Her damage was about the same with the attack Sands, so... I mean, obviously the melt damage should be higher, but I believe I saw the same amount of melt damage between the two, so... It's not that I have a bad EM Sands either. It's the one that I had on Silali, which had double crit, so... Shouldn't have been too bad. But I didn't see enough of a difference to warrant taking the attack off of Arlecchino. And if I remember, I think I rolled a different EM Sands, because that's the off-piece for Sitlali. And it actually rolled a little bit into ER. So even though her personal damage goes down, her personal damage wasn't that great to begin with, she can get her burst back a little bit more reliably. Shouldn't have followed me down the stairs, boys. Yeah, see, she had no problem latching onto it today. I don't know what was with Auroron. Oh, da da da. Leeway. Leeway. Such a fun word. I heard it hit. Hang on. Okay. I heard it hit the ground, so wasn't sure. Wasn't sure, because there's been a couple times that I've heard it hit, and it's actually still been on the ground when I know I've clicked it. So, you never know. Never know.
Laid bare.
A dash of frost. Fulfill our pact. You two. Time to execute.
Hey, turn around. I got careless.
Where'd the egg come from? I don't remember usually picking up an egg. Some type of mushroom? Can the treasure hoarders drop that stuff? I've never actually paid attention. Yeah, I'll probably get like Lolly's weapon. Like now that I think about it, like characters that I actively use, I might try for their signatures when they rerun. So like Lolly, I would probably do that. I don't mind the sack frags on her, but yeah, I think the getting her weapon might be good because I think I only have the one sack frags leveled. So if I ever like needed to use Sucrose, this is specifically like Imaginarium Theater stuff. Squeeze. Then I would actually need it. What the heck would I? No, wait, scratch that. I know the answer to that. If I was to actually build and use IFA, I probably would get the Inazuma craftable. Or the Map of Mare. Because the Map of Mare at least is EM substat. Although saying that, I just realized I do still need to do the theater on the alt as well. So I gotta do that this week. Just for them primos.
The audacity!
Totally. Lamb. Huh, meat and potatoes. I know you're back there. Come here. Got you, lizard. And nothing for the main. That is so weird. I mean, not that I'm really getting anything from it, but it's so weird that that hasn't, like, spawned there for a while on my main. Alright. So, we are going to go to the teapot first. And then we'll fight the Papilla twice, and then we'll go do some artifacts. Oh, was I not here yesterday?
This realm is...
I might not have been. Thank you for the books.
If you ever...
How is my book count on this account? 500? Alright. And then 1100, 2600. Okay, that's not too bad. I want to say that should be enough to level Skirk. And once again, we have to go and farm seeds. I have one lonely knockoweed. You know, that's not even worth it. I should have gotten all the achievements on this account, so it's not that big of a deal. So, alright, let's go to Natlan, and we go to the Papilla. Like I said, fight this twice, and then we'll go do some artifacting. And then I'm going to double check to see if there's anything I need to do right now. Again, we still have like 20 days before she comes out, so not a huge deal.
Overruled. Off to the freeze. Everybody stand back. Get to work. Show no mercy. Seat lolling. Eat papa.
Still 3. At 32, we need 45 in total? Alright. Again, World Level 9 makes this so fast just because it's a guaranteed 3. I gotta take that sip of coffee. That sweet, sweet caffeine. Still 3. Still nothing to show for it. I say go to the map. Thank you.
Strike.
Wind Strider.
Firing his lasers. Oh, shit. Alright, I have condensed, too. I don't know if I want to use the condenser now. I didn't realize I had it. Ah, okay, that's a decent EM stance. Okay, alright, if it gets crit damage, or crit rate, excuse me, maybe.
Showing you the bring it.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Bow your head.
Oh, no, okay. Where's, where are you, Layla? Nope. Well, that's a bust. Here, we'll just level this a little bit. Yeah, okay. Tea parties. Man. Couldn't have been at least a good hydro.
Silence.
What the fuck was that?
Bring it.
Was that me, or did it look like that thing shredded for Nuvolette? That was weird. Nope. Nope.
Showing you. Let the mountain's veins boil.
Bow your head.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know what that was before, because he was only hitting for like 16k for some reason, like nothing shredded. And that made no sense. Because I'm pretty sure I hit both things with Shalonen and Kazu. Dendro, shitty Dendro. Okay.
Wind Strider.
Oh, okay. I think I missed Shalonen. Yep. Because the thing didn't flash on my screen. And wrong set, but oh my god. Okay, we're gonna back out. Like I said, I don't think I want to use my condensed right now. We
Ad
do.
Astra Abyssosk.
I think we need to do the cooking and stuff
Thank
on
you
this
for
account
complete-
too, because I don't think I did that yesterday. Awesome. Alright, let's
we go.
go down to the blacksmith. Let's have some of them made. Yeah, we can just do it too. That's fine. Because you only need to do 20. And I'll do the cooking in a sec. Excuse me. Exchange, noblesse. Derp, 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 derp. Defense, because of course it is. Of course that's crap. Yippee! I already have a flower, and that's kind of crappy. Lalo. Okay. Still, we'll just stick with Layla. Alright, we got nothing else here, right? This is the defense one, yeah. What is this? Okay. And that was EM as well, honestly. Who has a... I think Kazu does, actually. Not that he really needs crit, but... Attack percent. Oh. Okay, that's all we got for that. Let's take that off. We'll go like this. Actually, I guess the best idea for right now would be to do this, right? I am curious. I'm actually just gonna level this. ER. Okay. Okay. Ah, I went into ER. I was kind of hoping for another crit. That's not bad, though. Not bad at all. And then we have what? We have an attack with crit rate here. HP percent. Nope. And we got an attack with crit damage. Oopsies. And another HP. Nope. EM, that's a four-liner. Another EM. I mean, they're both kind of ass, right? Oh no, that one has double crit on it. And then defense. I honestly should stop holding onto defense unless it's double crit. For in case if I ever get like Chiori or something. Okay, we have crit rate, crit damage. We should actually just like outright level this. Do I have anything I can just like throw into it that's trash? Crit damage with high attack. The only reason I have like these two was because I had a set for Dea, and I don't know what happened to the other pieces. So you know what? I'm just gonna like nix these, and I'll farm a set for Dea at some other point. You seriously missed the crit damage. Seriously? That's sad. That is freaking sad. Will you roll? Will you roll the crit damage? No, you won't. Will you roll the crit rate? No. Okay, game. I did not hit to back out, but alright. And ER. Well, that's stinky. Still with the offset sands. Do we have... Did I get any other attack sands, maybe? No, this the one she has more crit. Or crit rate. That just has a crit rate on it. I mean, let's be real. If I get an okay crit rate, I could steal Kaya's and just get the high crit damage. Yeah, that's about equally as bad. This is only at 6. I could risk it for the biscuit, but there are 3 flats on that. No, thank you. Now, I could, don't get me wrong, I could make a Sans on set and try to get something better elsewhere for like I can't even say the Cryo Goblet. That's not much better. That's hilarious. Just crit damage. Just crit damage. Just crit damage. With 3 flats. Yuck. Alright, so my cryo goblets are shit. Including the one I made. Alright, so we're still chasing stuff for Skirk. That's okay. That is okay. And I will double check. Where's Barbara? Goddess of Destruction herself. I have gotten nothing to replace, correct. Yeah, I have this, but it has no substats on it for Xingqiu. And we're still looking for an attack sans. I would like a crit rate, honestly, but I'm not going to be too picky for that. Alright, so nothing on those fronts. Alright. Ah, yes. Happy birthday, Fischl. Let's go to Mondstadt. Go cook some foods. What was I making? I was making something last time. That uses... It's a crit rate food. Crab. Physical damage. Who needs physical damage? Oh, that's cute. Was it? I mean, I could do this one. I don't think it was that one, though. Noodles. All right, we'll do 14 of the noodles. And one more. Alright, can auto cook that now. Okay, it wasn't that. Oh wow, I only have 18 of those? Alright, definitely need to go around and get some seeds then. Excuse me. Alright, looks like I can do this one. For a little bit. I don't have a lot of flour. Is that flour or sugar? That's flour. Do that one. I could do this one too. Alright, let's do this. And we might as well just cap it out. Cool. And there's more of the battle pass. Yay! Very good. Gonna get Mora next time, so that's good. Go down here. Oh! That's right, I just put these on, right? Yeah. Derp. Derp, derp, derp. Alright, what are you? Okay, challenge with a themed character, so in this case it's going to be Veresa. And with corresponding elements. Let me see. I'm gonna assume very hard I can still get the... No. Oh. Okay, so you just need 4,000 to get all the primos, which is what we care about. So I'm just gonna go very hard. Game. Oh, I see what it did. Okay. Okay, but now you have her on the wrong button. How do I, like, move the character on a controller? I don't think you can. I mean, we can try Auroron. Riri. Yeah, see, I hate you. I hate you so much. Because now they're gonna be on the freaking wrong buttons. You friend. Oh. Oh, alright. Who do I have? So what? Janssen, Pyro MC, and Zhang Lang. This isn't gonna go well. This isn't gonna go well at all. And no, you cannot use food.
Be free.
Yoo-hoo! Yeah! Skyward! Hero incoming! Boof! Hut! Charge! It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Kapow! Headbutt! Ah! Skyward! Stray clouds converge!
Time to say hello. Farewell.
It's justice o'clock! Yeah! Yeah! Look out below! Volcano kablam! Boof! Hut! Hut!
Oh my god.
Hut!
Why are you not flipping? God damn it.
Yeah! Skyward! Charge! Da! Yeah! Hit! Boof! Kapow! Charge! Yeah! Yeah! Hit! Hit! Hero incoming! Shower me with praise!
Go. You're free now. Farewell.
Yeah! Skyward! Seize the skies! Hut! Kapow! Volcano kablam! One fell swoop! Hero incoming!
Ow. Alright, maybe I should take Kazuha for that? I don't know. Also, I hate the fact that I can't change the goddamn buttons. I don't know how to do that for a controller.
Headbutt! Nice and spicy! Faster! Stronger! Hi! Da! Yeah! Yeah! Hi! Hit!
Want a taste of my hammer?
Yeah! Eat this!
my
It's
god.
just
Flip
as a clock.
characters.
Yeah! Oof. Look out below! Smash down! Yeah! The antenna! Grant me strength! Eat this! Control breathing. Start the clock! Hero incoming! Yeah! Hero incoming! Yeah! Headbutt! Hero incoming! Hero incoming!
Alright. So we got the Primos from that. Yeah? Yeah. You needed 8,000? Jesus Christ. Like I said, I probably could have done better on that if I could have changed the buttons. So if anybody knows how to do that, well, let me see. Let me see. Am I stupid? Yes, I know. That's okay. I am stupid. You can hold down the X button over here and you can move them. All right. I might try that again later now knowing that. But yes. When does this unlock? Unlocks tomorrow and then the next day and the next day. Okay, so it's one each day, so I might just try to like do that up in one fell swoop. I think it has what, a week? It probably has a week on it, right? 12 days. It has 2 weeks. So, yeah. All right. That's fine. We got a little bit more primos in the well for Skirk. Doing pretty good with that. What is the total I have in terms of primos? It's like 30 wishes, right? 32 plus 4? So 36, and then whatever I'm going to have in glitter after I buy Kaya. And I will be very ecstatic to have C6 Kaya finally. Alright. We still have a little bit of time, so I'm just going to flip over to Star Rail and just do my dailies on Star Rail. Alright? I'll be back in a minute. I just wanted to actually make sure nothing was like going to crash or something. That's why I just flipped to the BRB screen. Because you never know with the remote play, right? You never know. But yeah, we'll just do a couple dailies over here. Still trying to get the Herda. I'm at 50 pity right now. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm just going to keep pulling on her because I love her design and stuff like that. And I know she's a really good unit for an AXA. So I would like to be able to get her. But again, I'm not going to cry if I don't. Because if I lose 50-50, I can just guarantee fine on at that point. So I ain't gonna cry. Alright, what do we got? I have no new messages. Still need all of this. My last login. We got 3 tries though. That's cool. Did Divergent. I did Apoc Shadow, which by the way, I'm actually very impressed just because again, I've only been playing this for like 3 months or so. And this was on auto. I didn't attempt this to, manual it or anything, but I'm only missing, I think, a star out of Apoc. So it's not that bad. Alright, I was going to farm the stuff for Dance Dance Dance. So we can actually get Tribby on a better light cone. Well, I can't say better. Meshing Cogs is actually really good. What do you need? Well, I guess I can just do this now, can't I?
Riding the west wind, away we go! Have some sunshine!
Burn it all! Now accept your punishment.
Go, go, go! Don't make it wait.
Try OBS.
Forever doomed! I am Strife! Forever
It
doomed!
looks pretty good. I have my volume turned down in my headset, so let me know if the game is too loud.
Dispel the gloom, restore the skies! Embrace a new life. Go, go, go!
Dragon Go Burr.
Have some sunshine!
Dragon Go Burr.
Riding the west wind, away we go!
They're not letting the dragon go.
Dispel the gloom, restore the skies! Don't make them wait.
That one guy got hit by the dragon.
Have some sunshine! Dispel the gloom, restore the skies! Go, go, go! Riding the west wind, away we go!
Burn it all! Now accept your punishment.
Don't make them wait.
Forever doomed! I am Strife!
Embrace a new life. Go, go, go! Have some sunshine!
Oh, there we go. The dragon actually got to do something this time.
Riding the west wind, away we go! May death protect us!
I do actually want to change the lineup. So I also meant to fix this, because I don't necessarily have to use Losha anymore. I can use Hyacinth.
Professor Anaxa, it's time to put your theory into practice.
I still like Tribby's line better. Use Herta. When she's like yelling at Anaxa, like stop saying weird things.
Don't make them wait. Dispel the gloom, restore the skies. Open sesame. Expand your thinking.
With this divine power,
Well, that
I
was a waste of those
reforge all things.
Go, go, go! Riding the west wind, away we go! Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Have some sunshine. Open sesame. Watch it crumble. Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies. Go, go, go! Expand your thinking.
Naxa got to go once. That made berries. I have no more. Okay. That's okay. Alright, which further can I get? Dance, dance, dance. Alright, you let me do that. 70. Oh, I forgot. I don't have it set to do the 4-star. Even though the 4-star lake homes are automatically locked, I just never do it. Okay, I have enough to actually just do that. So, excellent. No, I don't have enough. When? But yeah, you're probably enough to actually put on Tribby now. Yep. Alright, so we just need a little bit more of the XP, which I can easily get through, like, questing and stuff like that. That's not a big deal. Alright, Trips. Not too bad. Hyacinth literally is 2 speed off of what I need her to have. But I can't get any more. Like, everything has speed on it, so I have to get something else that has speed. I don't have any more dice. And ban. Goodbye, Mr. Chatbot. Yep. But I made all her pieces pretty much, so I'm not gonna complain because I just made it so that I could use her immediately and have the stats that she needed. That's the only piece I have of that. When the heck did I get these? Do I have a body too? No, I don't. Don't have feet either. When the heck did I get those? But yeah, all her stuff is leveled except for her traces. Still working on that, but I got Dance Dance Dance, so I wanted to actually up Tribby a little bit, as well as get the last of the stuff for the Trailblazer up here. So honestly, like after this half of the patch with Herta, if I get her, I'll level her, of course. But if not, I can finish out everybody else until Finon. So I'm kind of happy with that. Sour. 23. What did I get? Credits. Okay. Ah, it's 2 levels after, or 3 levels after, was more of that. 500 Trailblaze power. I'll get that tomorrow. Echoes of War. I gotta remember to do the Echoes of War just so advance the Battle Pass. I do not know what to take for a light cone, because I have Sweat Now, Cry Less. Increase the wearer's max HP by 16% when using base skill or skill. Restore allies' HP by an amount equal to... Huh. Okay. We will meet again. I don't actually use anybody with Nihility. Okay, the hunt. Increase the wearer's crit rate. After a crit hit, there is a fixed 16% fixed chance to dispel 1 debuff on the enemy target. Okay. At the start of the battle, whenever the wearer's turn begins, one of the following effects applied randomly. All allies' attack increases by 10, crit damage, or energy regeneration. I mean, that could be good. But outside of... well, I might still have to use Bronya. So maybe? Destruction. Increases the wearer's attack by 24% whenever the wearer defeats enemy. They restore HP equal to 12% of their attack. Oh, that might actually be good on Blade. I might actually grab that for Blade. And then Erudition. And during battle, increase the wearer's damage based on their max energy. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I might grab this one. And it's showing Blade, so it's telling me to grab it for Blade. Interstellar Guide. Grab the rest of my Jades. Alright. So to finish up stream, because I love dailies on Star Rail. They're so quick. Let's see. We have 4. I don't think I have anything in the... Yeah, I have 0. So even if I do pull a 4-star, unless it's Serval, I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything. But we're at 50. So 51. Nope. 52. Nope. 53. Nope. And 54. Nah, that sucks. No 4-star either, so... Alright, the grind continues. I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff. So depending on timing of getting everything done with this week on the Genshin accounts, I might pop on here and just go through the stuff for Simulated Universe that I haven't done to get some Jade. That's about it. I don't think I have one of these, right? Yeah, I don't have any normal wishes. But here's hoping. Here's hoping we do see a 5-star. I should. There's like, what, 15 days left on this? Well, I think my game crashed. Well, that took a hot minute. What the heck? 14 days. So yeah, 15 days, 23 hours. So yeah, oh, that actually reminds me. R2. We need to take out Himiko. And I'll put in Clara. This way, if it pops up Erudition, I know that it's Herta. Good thing I remembered that. All right. But that's gonna do it for me today. Hope you all had fun. Again, I apologize for being missing for a couple days, but I'm alright. I should be back tomorrow. I'm not gonna say A-okay. I never know what's gonna happen. But I should be back tomorrow. More shenanigans. Like I said, we'll do stuff quickly on Genshin. And then I'll probably pop onto Star Rail. All depending on how quick that quick is. I might actually do what I did today on the second account, which is do the book farming with the normal resin, and then I will pop a fragile and do a ley line, do like 3 ley lines worth of Mora, just so we can get some Mora, because we're leveling talents here. It's pricey AF. And then, you know, the days I don't have that stuff, I will farm stuff for Chev. But that might change too. If I come back with good news that Forrest was able to beat the Abyss, we'll discuss moving forward with that account. Like, the burnout is real with having both accounts, I'm not gonna lie. And just absolutely frustrating with how much I should have been able to 36-star by now, and it's just been absolute trash. Even to the point where, like, Chaska's a good unit, but it feels like she's not powerful enough to deal with the Abyss. Unless you have her signature or her constellations. And that shouldn't be. That absolutely shouldn't be. Not Eonson. Veresa should be fine. Her stats are really good. She's on Codex, so she can crit. I will work on getting a plunge set for her eventually. And yeah, other than that, like, the goal would be to get some weapons. I think we're gonna pull for Kagura's Verity from the Chronicle Wish for Veresa, so we're not dealing with the Witsith problem. And I mean, the only ones I don't care for on that banner are Kokomi's weapon and the Thundering Pulse. Anything else will be fine, because, heck, let me put it this way. If we get a Red Horn, we might try to fix Eula. Because Eula could utilize that crap. But then we're just holding on to holding on hope to getting Malvika. Because I do like the idea of just still having the second account to try to get characters that I don't have on my main, or being like, oh, I don't really want this character, I'm going to save for X character. So like I was saving for Escoffier for Skirk, and I semi-skipped Veresa. Veresa was really solid. I had fun with her and tried for her on my main, but I ended up losing the 50-50 to Mona, and then I'm like, you know what? That's fine, because I have a guarantee for Escoffier now, and that totally worked out in my favor. And ultimately, I wanted something for Skirk. I wanted something that apparently is better for Arlecchino than Kaya, despite me actually putting my best effort forward into Kaya. She was a better investment. So I'm not going to complain on that. But in terms of like, so like Veresa did that, Skirk did that, Mualani technically, and even then I was bamboozled thinking it's like, well, I could build Mualani similar to Nuvolette. That's not going to be a big deal. Oh, that's a very big deal. Don't do that. Don't do that. I ended up with what? It was like a 2-piece Hydro, 2-piece HP or something like that. Until I could get a functional codex set. So there's workarounds. Just don't do Marchesai Hunter. Even though I was using Farina, just don't do that. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Take care, everybody.